$50,000 training, first of all, go to YouTube and subscribe to my channel. It's I Buy Houses, and I think we're up to 85 videos. Plenty of training. A lot of that is basically what I've done as a real estate investor. Frank, all right, Frank, how you doing? I'm glad you could make it after those calls today. Real go-getter. Thanks for being here, Frank. Go to YouTube, subscribe to I Buy Houses. Also, you can go to Google me. I have a lot of information in there. You can also go to LinkedIn. I give away a lot of material, training material, so that you guys can get used to what notes is. A lot of investors have no idea. They've never studied notes, so it's a new subject. So in order to introduce myself to you so that you know me, like me, and trust me, I give away a lot of free training. I also leave my phone number out for you guys to call me. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that number out one time here. I love talking to you guys. I love working with you. And I give you my phone number, which is very rare. I know that. I get so many people that call me and they say, Terry, we didn't think you'd answer the phone. We thought we was going to get some messenger service. I go, no, I love answering my phone. I love talking to people. I talked to a young lady today from, matter of fact, Georgia. We talked for about an hour, and she sent me her information, but I never got a chance to talk to her personally. So we sat there and talked about an hour. I talked to Frank today. It's an honor and a pleasure. I love it. So, again, my phone number is 916-470-3869. If you're new to the call, welcome. My name is Terry Bontemps. My last name means good times in French, and I love having a good time, especially when it comes to real estate. I was telling a young lady today that when you find something you're passionate about, you can do it all day long and not worry about the money. Then you're in your zone. You're in your place. I've always been a teacher. People always ask me, why are you a teacher? I love being a teacher. I used to be a karate teacher, and that was the greatest feeling in the world, was to help somebody with their self-confidence, help them with their self-esteem, show them how to kick punch better, all that good stuff. And you watch them grow into this dynamic human being with a lot of confidence. And that's what we need in this world. A lot of people have low self-esteem. And I know, but a lot of people have low self-esteem. So, how do we raise that self-esteem? I think it comes from, being successful. When you see someone come in as a white belt and they grow to be a brown belt, a blue belt, a yellow belt, whatever belt it may be, and if they happen to make it all the way to black belt, that's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. So, again, I love what I do. I loved karate. I love real estate. And I just want to share with as many people as I can. This is my message, and I want to share this with millions of people. That's why I'm doing this. I want to reach as many people as I can. So we're at 602. Again, thank you. If you want to just type in your name, tell me where you're from if you're new, or you can come onto the video side. So we'll meet here every week, every Tuesday at 6 p.m. The link changes, you guys. The link changes, so you can't use the same link over and over again. So you're going to have to send me an email or send the person that invited you to this call. Okay? I have some affiliates that I'm working with, and I want everybody on this line, if you bought something from me, you can be one of my affiliates. I want to spread this message in your town, or you can spread it all over the United States. I don't care where you spread it. Okay? And the key of this is, they're going to come to the call. I'm going to do the mentoring, coaching, and training. You're going to be my affiliate. They're going to work with you. You're going to work with them. You're going to develop masterminds. Anytime they purchase anything, if they decide to buy a mentoring course or any of my products, you guys will get 25%. So this thing should spread really, really fast, simply because you guys like my message. If you didn't like the message, I don't think you guys would be here. But you like the message. You like what I teach. So, hey, Terrence, how's it going, buddy? So you guys should jump on board. Who else? Terry Price. All right. My Canadian friend. All right. Glad you guys can make it. So again, why not? Why not be a messenger of change? Why not join me? Why not let's have some fun? I'll tell you guys one more story and I'll go ahead and get started. One of my karate instructors, my favorite karate instructor, said, you know what? I would love for all of my black belt instructors to one day meet in the Bahamas so that we can all get together and share some fun and some laughter. That hasn't happened. I don't know if it ever happened with, especially the group I started with. But my karate instructor was a great visionary. He inspired me to open up my karate school. And I'll tell you the story. What happened was, he had this nice big building. In the days, it was novice equipment, free weights, karate school. It was a full fitness center and one of the best locations ever in Sacramento. It was phenomenal, you guys. I have never seen anything like it. I doubt if I ever will. And so I was one of his favorite students. I really must say that, because I was always in a learning mode. He called me the human sponge because I would ask him so many questions about life, what he does, how did he get successful. I'm that way. I ask a lot of questions. So I asked him one day, how are you going to pay for all this? And his remark was, Bontemps, I got no idea. And I went, what? I said, you're the black belt. You're the master. Dude, to me, you walk on water. And so he said, Bontemps, I got no idea how I'm going to pay for it. And I looked and I went, wow, if this wasn't a Kwai Chang Kung Fu type answer that made me just scratch my head for a long time. And he said, you know what? I'm just trying to teach you guys what is possible. And I said, wow, that's interesting. So what did I do? The next week, you guys, I went out and found my own karate school. It was in a corner building. It was a lousy location, but it worked for me because I didn't know what I was doing as a karate instructor. I just loved it. So I opened up that karate school, and guess how I opened it up? I took $900 off my Visa card from my first month's rent. I did so well that I opened up a second school in a much nicer neighborhood, and I ran that business for 10, 11, 12, 13 years. It was the love of my life, karate. So what happened? One thought, one idea of how my instructor said, I have no idea, inspired me to use my credit card, and I didn't have a clue how I was going to make it. But sometimes things turn out. So the moral lesson for you guys is this: be the human sponge. Ask a lot of questions. Take some risk. Okay? Take some risk. Now, it's calculated risk also. So let's go right into the start of this New Rich Real Estate Investors Club. I call it the New Rich because we need to shake off some of the things that we've held on to before the mortgage meltdown. So I think we need a new attitude. I think we need some new enthusiasm. I think we need some new motivation. I think we need a new paradigm shift in the way that we think about real estate. So the new thinking is this: we're going to go from being landlords and flippers to start thinking like banks. We want to invest and think like banks. We want to own the note. We want to own the note so that we can make a profit. We want to own the note so that we can help homeowners in foreclosure keep their home. I hope you guys have looked at that video that I sent you about the guy Earl Harrison in Las Vegas. When I say I help people keep their homes, I seriously mean that. And that is my most loved exit strategy. Help that homeowner keep their home. Keep that family together, stabilize that family so they don't break apart. I've got a good friend. They lost their house to foreclosure. They had to go live with relatives. Thank you. I want to share that with you guys, okay? And I'm going to work with you on that. If you join my program, you're going to be using that testimonial to generate leads for yourself. Thank you, Terry. So I have a friend. They lost their house to foreclosure, and he's got, I think, maybe five girls, I think. And they range from, probably 10th grade all the way up to college. And when they had to move out of their house, they had to separate. They had to live in 3 different families' homes because of the situation. And I was kind of like, wow, this recession is really hitting people hard. So, and they're in their 50s. They're probably 54, 55. So now they're back renting again. That means they're going to have to continue working for the rest of their lives just paying rent, unless they learn real estate the way we know how to do it. But again, because they're not in the real estate business, they're probably going to have to work just to pay rent. So they had a hard time finding a place to rent so that he can bring his family back together. But again, I'm telling you that story because we have the chance to make a change. We want to be the real estate investors that lead the revolution. This is a revolution. Let me tell you guys this. I'm not the only one that's doing notes, and I'm not the only one that's helping people keep their homes. But I am making a strong message that I buy notes, and I buy them all across the United States with the sole purpose of helping people keep their homes. I've got the testimonials, and for those of you that got my invitation tonight, that Harrison video was proof. $70,000 I sunk into his house. Now, I didn't do that, you guys. I'm going to tell you honestly. I didn't do that with the purpose of helping this guy keep his home. The underlying problem I had was, number one, 42,000 was a total surprise. And when I bought that note, I didn't want to lose my initial investment. See, I learned that anytime you let the first foreclose on you, you're in a world of trouble. You're out of control. I like being in control. So what did I do? I sent $42,000 to reinstate that loan so that I wouldn't get foreclosed on. And I made an agreement with Mr. Harrison. Mr. Harrison, please make your payments. Because me and you can't cut the profits on this deal. Instead of you moving out of your house, why don't we work together? Because you're going to have to pay rent somewhere, buddy. You might as well stay in the house you love, and let's work together. We'll split some of this equity. Of course, after I got my initial investment back. He agreed. Then he stopped making payments again. And you guys know the story. Let me tell you this. Please download that video, because tomorrow morning it is not going to be there. Because I'm sharing with you guys what I call the secrets to the kingdom, the secrets to the theory behind how I make money. Okay, so please download that. Tomorrow people are going to be saying, Terry, I'm sorry I didn't make your meeting. I got in late. I had this, that, this. I wanted to look at the video and it's gone. Yes, it's coming down because I'm only letting my students get inside my world and how this all works. So you got to be in my inner circle. And I'll share this with you guys as we move forward. So that was, again, a story where I met a friend. I still call him friend to this day. Even though the plan didn't work out, guess what? The plan B and C did. Even though I sunk all that money into the house, I got it all back. Now, I'm not that smart, you guys. I learned this as I went through it. But my overall strategy is I never let the first foreclose on me. I understand all my exit strategies before I buy the note. It's called reverse engineering. So that was a little story about karate, and it went on to Harrison and Las Vegas. But let me start off by first of all saying, if you're new tonight, write this down, please. Be strategic. Be strategic, which means that you have to have a strategy in mind. You have to know what you're doing. Number one thing, be strategic. I talked to an investor today, and I said, hey, tell me your plan. What do you do? What do you do? Tell me. And he wanted me to help him. But he couldn't tell me what he did. There was no strategic plan. He typed me, he sent me some things, and it was like, I can't make anything out of this. You know, I had a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, going through some ups and downs. And I've got some people on this line right now that are going through some real challenges. I know who you are. You told me your story, and I love it. And I want to help you, because if I help you come out of that funk, if I help you get out of that situation and you prosper and your life gets better, I promise you, I want you guys to make a video so I can put it up on my YouTube page. So I'm committed to you. I know it's tough. I know you're struggling. I know money's tight. But I'm telling you, if you hang on and stay with this, because you got no choice. You got to stay with this, because I think this is going to open up doors for you. Because if you don't stick with me, who's going to be there to help you? I've been up, I've been down. I've lost house to foreclosure. I've been low, I've been up. And the one thing I do know, that Terry Bontemps will never quit. You will always see me in years to come, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years from now. I'm going to be relevant every day because I'm evolving. I want to learn. I'm challenging myself. So I've got students right now that started with me a long time ago, and they say, are you still at this? That's right, I'm still at this. I ain't quitting because it's been so good. Now, I know things are going to change for you. You might have to put a lot of time in. But if you're not strategic, and if you can't quote numbers, if you can't quote ROIs, if you can't show credibility, where you're at now, you're never going to get the money to flip deals or find people that have money. I teach you guys to have what's called intellectual capital. I'm going to allow you to use me and my credibility to make you better. I'm going to tell you this, guys. After the mortgage meltdown, it's all about cash. If you don't have cash, you're not in the market. And the only people doing extremely well today are people that have cash. So if you don't have cash, your next best thing is you're going to have to figure out how to do this with OPM, other people's money. You've heard it before, and they taught it before the recession. It is more evident than it's ever been. Right now, you need cash. So if you don't have cash, the next thing you're going to need to do is learn how to make money with no money. Write that down. I need to learn how to make money with no money. And you know what that's called? Intellectual capital. What you have between your ears. And if you got nothing in between your ears to talk about return on investment, to talk about why it's better to buy notes than being a landlord, tell them all the benefits, tell them the return on investments, tell them how they're going to make money on all the exit strategies. You got to get out in front of people and you got to tell them why they should be buying notes. And if you become a great speaker and you can do presentations, that's something you're going to have to do if you're going to ever get money. So I don't care if you're doing notes, I don't care if you're doing lease options, I don't care if you're doing flips, I don't care what it is. If you got no money right now, you need to be very strategic on how you're going to get other people to invest with you. And who better to help you with that than me? So, again, you guys, number one, be strategic. Let's go to number two. Number two is treat this information that I'm giving you guys like it's the most important information that you're ever going to receive in your whole life. What did I just do right then and there? I put what I'm telling you guys at a very high priority. You know what happens if you don't put it as a high priority? It goes in the closet. It goes, you know where you guys have all your courses at? You know where you have that. Everybody's got them in different places. Hold on one second, please. Okay, you guys know where those courses at. Some of you got them in the closet, some of you have them in the box, some of you got them highlighted, you got all your notes. I know, I've been there, you guys. I'm just like you. I'm just like you. I know where those courses are at. Guess what you're going to do if you don't treat the information that I've given you like it's the most important ever in your whole life? My stuff goes where everybody else's stuff is at. And you know what happens once it goes there? It's gone. And then you know what you're looking for? You're looking for the next best thing. I know. And you're going to go try to spend more money chasing that thing. Let me tell you what that thing is. That thing needs to be someone who answers their phone. Someone that has the system that you would like to learn. Someone that tells you to turn right or turn left when you got a problem. Somebody that stays with their system year after year after year after year after year after year after year. Folks, what do you think happens when someone teaches you one thing 1 year, then they're teaching you another thing, then they're bringing in another thing, then another thing, then another thing? I've been with notes since 2001. I was buying notes when the 9/11 bombings hit. People were upside down, not as bad as we are now. And I've been staying with notes every single year. Here's the story. The note is the oldest real estate investment tool in the world. Once you own the note, you're in control. You can do any of those other things that you've learned. Lease options, flips, wholesales, retail, subject to, taking the deed, blah, 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 blah. All of that stuff comes after you get the note. So you'll make more money on your transactions if you own the note. If you don't own the note, you still can make money. But you get the note at a discount, it increases your profits. And that's what you're going to end up telling the people that have money. You'll make more money and you'll do more good by getting that note. So again, number one, you guys, own the note, you own the power. You got the control. You are the decision maker. You, yourself, and I, or you and me, are the decision makers. That is so beautiful. So beautiful. When you can go to a homeowner and say, hey, look, homeowner, I want to work with you. What happened? Where are you now? What would you like to do? Power, the ultimate power. Ultimate. I'm telling you guys, man, to own that note is such a great feeling. And the power that comes with it. You got to treat the power correctly, but it is unbelievable. I don't think there's anything better. I don't think there's any more advanced strategy than owning the note. So number one, again, be strategic, you guys. You have to be strategic. You have to talk numbers. I have a student that I'm working with right now. She wanted to go out and buy notes. She was making offers on notes just to make an offer. That's not strategic. That's called Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law is going to get you sooner or later. best way I describe it would be you would rather drive the car and make payments or hold the pink slip and get monthly payments. That's it. See, I want to hold that note so that I get the income and control the property in the process. Guys and girls, I can't tell you all what's going to happen tonight. I can't give it all to you because this thing has so many moving pieces. And I'm like the GPS. I can give you all my training, which is on YouTube. I give it all to you. But if you can't put those pieces together and you don't have somebody GPSing you, you're probably going to make some mistakes. I can put all this together, throw it on the ground, put it back together so easily because I understand it. I've been doing it since 2001. So, again, control. And this also goes to your own house. One thing I learned is I need to own my houses and my rental properties with no bank involvement. I am the bank. Think about it, you guys. If we could have just paid one house off, just one house, when we were doing all this real estate investing, how much better would we be off right now? But what most of us did, we went out and we leveraged ourselves. We got another loan. And we tried to buy 2 or 3 more houses. And we leveraged those and we got 2 or 3 more houses. And you know, at the end of the day, what we ended up with? A bunch of leveraged out houses that have no value. I get that. Because that's what the gurus were teaching. I've been fortunate. I worked for Trump and Robert Allen. And I understand they were teaching those types of concepts. My theory that I taught was about the note. Okay? Once you own the note, then you can work yourself out through some disposition strategies. So it's always been my strategy whenever I work for the gurus to teach about notes. My strategy was, hey, if something goes wrong, I need something to fall back upon. I'm not that smart. I can't predict what's going to happen, but I do know I need a plan B. If everything falls apart, they can't take my knowledge, and they can't take what I've earned and paid off. So to me, pay it off. All right, so again, number 2, treat the information like it's going to make you the most important information. The most important information you've ever learned is what I'm telling you guys. Put some priority to this. Make it something you study and study and study. I study daily. I get up early. I go through my posts. I study. I'm studying the best. I know who the best is out there in my trade. I study him. I know him so well. You guys just don't understand. It was like my karate instructor. I wanted to be like him. You know what? I didn't think anybody picked on my karate instructor. That dude was bad news. If you mess with him, you was in for a long day. You need to bring your lunch. See, nobody mess with my instructor. Let me tell you about my instructor also. He was from St. Louis, Missouri. I think he had been stabbed numerous times. This guy was just the nicest guy in the world, but you know, there was something about him. When he carried himself, he was just that. He was a man's man. You know, he was a nice guy. I loved him. The guy that's the number 1 guy for notes in my field has bought 46,000 loans. See, my niche is the second lien space. I was buying second lien since 2001. I love them. And all around the world, you hear people say, don't buy seconds, you'll get wiped out. And I'm going, how many seconds have you bought? None, I'm just telling you what I know. I said, okay, if you don't want to learn and you won't listen to me, I'm not going to change your mind. That's less competition for me. The second lien space is where I have excelled. The best person in this world bought second notes. He's bought 46,000 of them. And he's purchased over $3 billion worth of second mortgages. Now, I ask you guys a question. If you know somebody that's buying second mortgages, doesn't it prove the point that maybe you should be looking at second mortgages? Just from what I told you, just from what I just mentioned to you about this guy buying 46,000 loans, quit the nonsense of saying, you're going to get wiped out. You're in a bad position. You will get wiped out. If you don't know what you're doing and you pay too much for a second lien, then of course you will lose. But I'm telling you, if this guy's bought 46,000 loans, I'm glad to be where I'm at today. I'm proud of the fact I'm a second lien buyer. And there's a lot of people buying second liens, you guys, doing really good. So again, Number one, be strategic. Number two, treat the information like it's going to be the most important information that you've ever learned. Number three, play all your aces, guys. Play all your aces. Some of you right now are at a point in your life where you need to step out a little bolder. Because where you're at right now, you're just kind of mediocre. Take me, for example. If I wanted to be mediocre, I would not be posting on LinkedIn in bold. I'm not mediocre. I have a different message. I am a different person. My message is only read clearly when I am who I am. People question me. I had a person on LinkedIn for 3 days. You guys will never see it. He came to my group and he posted a lot of hate. I mean, it was, I've never, well, I can't say I've never, but this guy posted a lot of hate. And he kept sending message after message after message after message about how lousy he thought I was. How much of a crook he thought I was. The problem was, I didn't let him get in my group. I never responded to him. I left him hanging. I said, you know what? If you think you're going to stop me, you're wrong, buddy. I will mow you down. Because I have an ulterior motive of why I do things the way I do, and I'm going to share that with you next. But I didn't let this guy affect me at all. And now he's gone. But he wanted to tell the world how crummy of a guy Terry Bontemps was. I don't think he ever went to my videos. I don't even think he did any research. He just looked at me for some reason or another and said, you know what? I don't like you. And you know what? He never showed his face. He's got some picture up. He's got no profile. It's very low profile. So what am I dealing with? I'm dealing with the unknown. So I'm not going to challenge that person because I don't know what this person may do. He may be crazy. I'm treating him like he's crazy. But he's not going to stop the message. The message has to go on because you guys need to hear the message. So I'm not mediocre. I'm being bold in my efforts. I'm leading a revolution. I am trying to do what I feel is right in my heart to help as many people as I possibly can. So are you going to receive opposition in what you're doing? Yes. And it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. But you can't give up. If you want to achieve your dreams, you guys, you can't give up. Never, ever. Now, I've thought about it 2 or 3 or 4 times. But then I looked at the other side and said, hey, Terry Bontemps, you got to go get a job, man. I go, no. I'm going back to real estate. I'm sorry. I'm not going to complain no more. I'm going to make it happen. If it's up to me, it's me that's got to get it done. I am the ultimate person that must be responsible for my success. Not anybody else. Not the government. Not the guru. I'm not blaming the guru. The guru's only trying to help me. Guys, gurus are good for you. But here's the problem. Sometimes we get mad because we don't have success and we want to blame somebody. Blame the guru. Wrong person to blame. It's like me blaming my karate instructor. Karate instructor, you're the reason why I am not a black belt or why come I didn't succeed. No excuses. It's up to me. I got to get it done. So every day I spin my wheels becoming successful. Every day, sun to sundown. Trying to be a success. And I even work hard at this, you guys. I'm not doing it the conventional way. You know, for some reason they didn't let me on that platform. They didn't allow Terry Bontemps to do it that way. So guess what? Because of the internet, because I'm such a creative thinker, I'm going to do it a way that I know how to be successful. And that's what I'm sharing with you tonight. You guys can be successful. The information age, the internet, social media. Guys, business is not the same. Selling houses, 500 to 1,000 at a time. They're selling them to hedge funds. And the hedge funds take them and then they sell them off. They sell them off to short sale people. They sell them off to people that like REOs. They sell them off to landlords that like returns. And guess what? A realtor never sees this transaction. A broker never sees this transaction. They'll never make commission. Real estate investors, if you don't know this is happening in today's world, you'll never see it. You don't see the sign go up when a person that does what I do, a hedge fund, goes out and buys loans. We go out and we buy a bunch of loans. We go in and we work out something with that homeowner. And if we can't work something out with that homeowner, then we turn it over to one of the tools that we know. That is what's happening now because people have cash. They can buy in bulk. Now, you may not be able to buy in bulk, but what you need to do is go out and find one person that has cash to convince them that they need to buy a note so that you can make a flip fee. I'll teach that another day. So again, we've gone through this, okay? Let me tell you about my why. Why am I so determined to be a success? And I don't let anybody throw me off. It's because of my daughter. I was teaching karate classes, and my daughter had grown up. And I always tell everybody, I didn't know she was 18. All I know is that she was a little thing, now she's this tall thing, and she said, Daddy, I'm ready to go to college. I want to go to Arizona State. And I thought, wow, you're 18, huh? Okay, well, go to college, come back, everything will be fine. She said, Daddy, I need money. And I went, whoa, that's the one thing I don't have. I was chasing my dream. I thought I was, living the American dream, having my own karate school as a business owner. But I was broke. I quit karate right then and there, you guys. You know what? I got to get back to real estate. I said, this karate, I love it. It's my passion. I wanted to be Bruce Lee, but it didn't pay. So I'm going back to real estate where I had some success, and I'm going to go out and just make the best of myself. So it's my daughter. My daughter is my why. Let me tell you this. If you don't have a why, a strong why, you guys will quit. I'm giving you the answer right here for all of you guys on the line right now. If you do not have a strong why, you will quit. You'll say all kinds of things in excuse. Terry, it doesn't work. Terry, I can't do it. Terry, I don't have any money. Terry, my family doesn't support me. Terry, my dog doesn't love me no more. Terry, but. I heard it all. I had some of those excuses, you guys. Bottom line is this. Please write this down. If your why is not strong, you will quit. Tori, I know you've got the strongest why in the world. Tori, I hope you don't mind me telling this, but Tori's homeless. Man, that brings tears to my eyes. That brings out some mad passion in me right now. This guy's homeless. Do you think he's got any excuses right now? He's got nowhere to go but up. When I take my wife to work, we pass homeless people. We pass homeless people. And every time I go by, I look and I said, Terry, that could be you. It could be any one of us on this line. Some of us are probably that close. Don't you ever make another excuse again in your life. You need to get out there and work hard. I mean super hard. You work hard as it takes, sun up to sundown, to make sure that your family never comes up short of you. I'm in, you guys. I'm in 100%. Tori, I'm with you, man. Got it. Thanks for sharing, Tori. You inspire me. You make me really want to work to help you get what you truly deserve out of life. And I love the comments you've been putting on LinkedIn. I just haven't had time to go back and thank you personally because I've been trying to get this going. But Tori needs some help, and I'm going to try to help him through real estate. And I know Tori will never, ever give me excuse. You know why? Because his why is so strong. He's got a perfect story. When he gets on the other side and he does well, he can tell people, hey, I was homeless. I was there. And real estate helped me and saved me. And Tori, you can become a guru because that's going to be a fascinating story, and I want to help you create that story. So, again, you guys, your why has to be strong. Because you know what happens when it gets cold outside? Some of you are going to have nerves call me and say, Terry, it's cold out there, man. I don't want to do it. I said, well, what is your why? What is your why? Well, my why is my daughter. There's nothing stronger than that. The guy that was the hater, he just don't know. Man, he was running into one of the baddest things he's ever met. He come face to face with me. Whew. it ain't going to be nice. Somebody's going to come out of there with a lot of pain. I'm going to deliver a lot of pain. I'm coming out on top, one way or the other. Because you're not stopping me and my wife, my daughter. Because you got an opinion. Everybody's got one. But you're not going to stop me, dude. You might as well get on out the way now because it's going to be a long, long, long day. That's just the way I feel about real estate, you guys. I hope this has inspired you to dig down inside, to find that what you really want out of life. That's what real estate's supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about better days, bigger dreams, living a better life. And sometimes we let life beat us up. Sometimes we get hit by things and it takes the wind out of our sail. I got it. I understand. This is the recession. I'm honest and truthful with you. I've been hurt. But I'm telling you what, I dig down and it's real estate that keeps me going. And I've lost. And I've gained. I've been up and I've been down. And I just feel right now, ain't much they can do to hurt me. There's not. Because my why is so strong. It's so strong. It's so strong. It's so strong. Thank you for letting me share that with you guys. So, wow. Next part. Again, my name is Terry Bontemps, okay? I've been dealing non-performing notes since 2001. I started buying subprime loans that were 12, 13, and 14% from a company called Home Ec. They would send me so many loans that I couldn't buy them all. I didn't have enough money. So I said, you know what? I'm going to start teaching people. I'm going to start teaching people how to do what I do. That's why I became a teacher, because I thought if I could flip some of these notes to others, I could make myself some profit. Okay, so that's how I got started. I started dealing with some other banks. I bought all across the United States. I bought notes in Nevada, California, Arizona, Illinois, New York, and Florida. And some of the time, I don't even see the house, you guys. I don't know. I've been pretty lucky. I didn't see the house. But what I did do was the numbers. I was very strategic. I knew the numbers so well. And I still, to this day, am a number guy. I'm strategic. It's about the numbers. The largest deal I've worked on has been $40 million. It was a bank in California. They had 174 loans that they were trying to sell. I found a hedge fund. I was doing a real estate seminar, and this guy, I kept asking questions. He kept raising his hands. He would have the answers. I said, man, this dude, I've never gone to a seminar and taught anybody where people have all the answers. So he kept raising his hands, and he kept answering the questions. I went, man, this guy's pretty sharp. So I told him, I said, dude, I got to talk to you afterwards. I said, you know something. I want to be affiliated with you somehow, some way. That's just the type of guy I am. If you have something and I think you can benefit me, I'm going to be your best friend. Afterwards, come to find out, he was the disposition manager for a hedge fund. The hedge fund would buy lots of notes. He would dispose of the property. If it became an REO, he would dispose of the REO. So what did he do? He introduced me to the hedge fund. Because he said, Terry, you're a guy that goes out and finds loans. You have a lot of credibility. You have a lot of information. We could use a guy like you. I said, great. You know what they did? They gave me $40 million of proof of funds. Yeah. You know, if you give me $40 million of proof of funds, you guys, I am knocking down some doors. So with what I know, and with $40 million of real proof of funds, I was on the phone. I was on the phone so much I had a callus in my ear. Okay, and I was going into banks, and I found this bank. Wow. They wanted to sell. So, again, I introduced the hedge fund. They made an offer of $22 million. They were going to pay 60 cents on the dollar for 174 loans. And I think most of them were in California. 60 cents on the dollar. Bank refused. Okay? They wanted more money. The hedge fund said we couldn't do it. That hedge fund brought in another hedge fund that was big. I mean, this hedge fund said, and I've done some research, the second hedge fund said they can do $100 million a month of buying notes. I happened to be on a phone call with these guys. You guys, I'm telling you, man, you're talking about being a fly on the wall. You guys, you wish you would have been a fly on the wall in that conversation. The language they used, the strategy they used, it was phenomenal. So what had happened to me? I got bigger and better from that experience. It was incredible. Oh, it was incredible. I really, enjoyed that moment. The biggest thing I've learned from that is this. I'm going to share it with you. The guy that disposed of the REOs, he said, Terry, we don't care nothing about the house. Terry, we don't care nothing about the house. I go, wow, what do you mean? I said, I've been a house guy all my life. I love the house. I love painting. I love the toilets. I love the tenants. I love all that stuff. He says, Terry, get that out of your mind, dude. That's none of our concern. I said, what? I said, what are you talking about then? He says, Terry, the only thing we care about is the paper. We make our money by moving paper. We'll take the paper, we'll sell it to Faye. Faye worries about the house. Faye's a rehabber. Here's what happened. They buy it for a dime. The hedge fund buys it for a dime. They sell it that fast to Faye for 20 cents. They make a dime on every dollar. And they sell hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of loans. You guys never see that money. You never knew they were making money. If you look out today, you don't see money flying away, but that's what these hedge funds and big buyers do. That's how the new rich investors are making money in today's market. And a lot of you are saying, well, hey, man, this is kind of a strange market. Those hedge funds are buying bulk REOs, they're buying bulk notes, and that's what they're doing. It's an amazing business. So, again, notes. Let's talk about notes because I'm winding down. Notes allow you to keep homeowners in their houses. As a landlord, you only have two exit strategies, and that is to buy the house and sell it or buy the house and rent it. As the note holder, there's seven different ways that we make money. That's phenomenal. As a note holder, I consider us chess players. We play chess. People that deal with houses, the rehabbers, short sellers, investors, they play checkers. See what I mean by being strategic? Chess is a much more strategic game. The thing I love about notes also is this. You can buy a note, and if the owner doesn't want the house, they can give it to you. Deed in lieu of foreclosure. You didn't have to qualify for any loans. You didn't have to jump through any bank hoops. You get a property. That's called a free house. Now, you bought the debt at a discount. Now you've been given the house. You have such a built-in profit there that you can dispose of that or keep it and rent it out and make money. The returns are so much better when you own the note. And we're talking, again, if you buy it correctly, anywhere from 30 to 45%, even more. My top student, hopefully you guys are watching my post, she made $400,000 in one deal. $400,000. Wow. Because she bought right and she was educated. Now, I'm not saying you guys are all going to do that. I wish it was true. I've never done it. Okay. But that was phenomenal. It just shows you the power of notes. When you buy notes as the bank, you don't have any management. You don't have any maintenance. You don't have any liability. You don't have any costs as far as commissions, termite fees, title reports, real estate agents' commissions. There is none. A landlord has those costs. If someone falls down on the landlord's property, who are they going to sue? They're not suing the bank. They're suing the landlord. When I own the note as the banker, I don't get sued. As the banker, I don't go to Home Depot. I don't fix toilets. I don't do repairs. I don't deal with tenants, toilets, and trash. So what are you guys going to do with all your time now once you buy notes? You can go hang out at Home Depot, just sit out front like that. I'm so used to buying all this paint and dealing with tenants and taking the trash. I'm so used to that. This Terry has just given me a paradigm shift. I no longer have to worry about that. I guess I can go find some things to do. Find me a real hobby. Okay, so again, this is the benefits. These are the benefits that you guys have to sell to people that have cash. Again, it's really nice because, again, you don't deal with tenants, you don't deal with toilets, you don't deal with trash, you don't have any costs, you don't have any maintenance, you don't have any management. Done. Over. Worst comes to worst. I know what you guys are going to say, Terry, but what happens if they don't make the payment? Guess what? I'm the boss. I'm in control. I can go back and work something out with the homeowner. I just start it all over again. It's just rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. I know all the things that can go wrong. I know the upside, I know the downside. And I've got it all figured out. I reverse engineer it to figure out how much money I want to make. And then I make my offer to the bank. I don't make my offer to the bank first. I figure out what I want to make. Then I send in the offer. Then I smile because I go, okay, one of 7 things is going to happen. Maybe 2 of 7 things are going to happen. Maybe 3 of 7 things are going to happen. If they don't make the payments, I'm okay with that. If they skip town and never come back, I'm okay. Because all I do is foreclose. I bought an asset at a very low price. And if I have to foreclose, that's part of my cost. I get an asset that's below market value that I can turn around and dispose of. Strategic. It's simple. The rules are the rules. This is all civil code. Everybody has their own civil code law for your state. As a note buyer, I have to follow the civil code. And if I do it wrong, I'm in trouble. But I hire the right people. So, if you know the game and how to win the game before you play the game, it's going to be hard to lose. Ooh, that's new. I've never said that before. If you know the game, know how to play the game, know how to win the game, it's hard to lose. That's how strategic this is. There's never been a better system, you guys. You will not find a better, strategic, smarter way to invest in real estate than notes. And if you don't know notes, look at what you're missing. Exit strategies. Let me give them to you. The owner can sell or refinance the house. The reason I'm bringing those 2 up right now, you guys, is because I know some of you are going, oh man, Terry, you can't sell and refinance. I know. Sell and refinance were used in an equity market, in a good market. We're not in a good market anyway right now. We're in a debt market. There's more debt out there than anything else. Cities are going bankrupt. There's so much debt. But we make our profit from buying the debt. So sell and refinance. When the market gets better, you guys, and people start having some equity, if you own the note, one of your exit strategies to make money is going to be to sell. Homeowner's going to sell the house and refinance so you get paid off. But that's only when the market gets better. Market is going to get better. Don't know when. Might not be in my lifetime. But it will get better. Okay, so sell and refinance. Then you have the loan mod. I love the loan mod. Because I'm buying the debt at a discount. I'll go in and try to work with that homeowner. I'll cover that later. Okay, you can do cash for keys also. Cash for keys. Just like we do as normal real estate investors. We can offer that homeowner some cash if they don't want it. Here's what I mean. Terry, we don't want our house. We're divorcing. We don't like each other. We don't like the house. This house has been nothing but bad news. Even though you guys want to keep them in the house, they don't want it. We just need a little money so that we can move on to our next place. And if the numbers are good, I can offer some cash. They can give me the deed. I don't have to go through the foreclosure process, and voila! Easy disposition strategy. Got to know the disposition strategy, though. Next, we can do deed in lieu of foreclosure. Okay, and everybody kind of knows what that is. The bank has the right to be given the property. Here's a problem I have in California. If the homeowner's in foreclosure, and I'm a regular investor, the old way investor, I cannot take that deed. If I got that owner to give me the deed within 5 days, I'm breaking the law, and I can go to jail. Please hear what I just said. My old ways of being a real estate investor, before I became a banker, was that if I found a homeowner that was in foreclosure, and I went to them and said, hey, give me your deed. If I took that deed within 5 days, I could go to jail. Why? Because they were trying to cut down on investors beating homeowners out of their properties. Got it. But now that I'm a banker, guess what? Homeowner, my name is Terry Bontemps. I just bought your note. What would you like to do? Where are you at now? What would you like to do? Would you like to keep your house? Would you like to get rid of the house? Terry, we don't want this house. We're divorcing. We're out of here. I don't like him. I don't like the house. It's just been bad. I can't get out of here quick enough. You just give me some money. I said, okay, good. Let's agree upon a price. That same day, you guys, they can sign the deed over to me. I will not get in trouble. I'm a banker. Before I was an investor, trouble. Banker, no trouble. The same concept, getting the deed, but 2 different mentalities, like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Do you want to be an investor? Yes, at times we do want to be investors. But do you want to be a banker? Yes, there's times I want to be a banker. Why not be both? Are you guys get this? I keep looking at Faye over there. You know, Faye's been on this thing a million times. This is good stuff, you guys. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So, again, the last but not least, I got a homeowner that I can't find. I got a homeowner that doesn't like me. The guy that hated me. He will never pay me. So I go to him and say, dude, look, I love you, man. Even though you got hate, I love you. But let me tell you one thing. If you don't pay me, dude, whether you don't like my shirt, whether you don't like me wearing my headphones, if there's something you don't like about me, which that's a you problem, because I'm here to help you keep your home. And if you pay me, even though you hated on me, I still allow you to keep your home. But he says, Terry, you know what? There's just something about you, dude, I don't like. I said, well, I'm sorry. But you don't understand. I am the bank. And I have the right to foreclose on you if you don't make your payment. It's not what I want to do, but you give me no other choice. So if you keep that same attitude, and I start this foreclosure, and you don't contact me and say you want to work something out, you're going to lose your house to foreclosure. About that time, I think he's pretty pissed off at me, and I better be getting ready to run or back away from this guy, okay, because some things are getting ready to happen. So I said, all right, give me your final offer. You don't want to work with me, I got to foreclose. So worst come to worst, see, guys, I went there trying to help that person, but he didn't want to be helped. So it's not my fault if I have to foreclose. And because I got money invested, I will. So I start the foreclosure process. He doesn't do anything. House is going to be sold at the courthouse steps. I don't know what's going to happen. Okay, but that's what we have to do. So those are my 7 exit strategies when I'm the bank. 2 exit strategies as a landlord and investor. 7. Can't even do that. I can't do the screen. Can't even find my fingers. 7 exit strategies. Okay, as the bank. Guys and girls, I'm winding down. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this. I only really wanted to go about 40 minutes. I'm looking at the questions. I'm going to have to answer them another time. What I plan on doing as we move forward is this. I'm going to talk concepts for about 30 minutes. I'm going to give you guys a chance to ask questions for about 30 minutes. I think that's a good way to go. That way I'm teaching. See, the mentoring and the coaching, that's valuable, you guys, to get your question answered. That's real value. And that's what I'm going to do. So what's my opportunity for tonight? My first opportunity is I want every single one of you to join me. I want you in your town, or you can do it worldwide, I don't care. I want you to help bring people to these meetings. And I want you to bring investors so they can hear and learn, and we can associate, and we can be a network, we can mastermind and grow, do deals together, find money together, like people, like-minded, going in the same direction. So I'm going to be the guru. I'm going to be the guy that teaches. You guys just introduce. If someone buys any product from me, my $99 product, which some of you know about, all the way up to my $3,000 product. I just had a lady come from Israel because she's seen me doing presentations like this. She said, Terry, I need to learn from you. She went on a tour across the United States to work with different gurus. I think she had 5 of them total. I was her last one. I taught her how to monetize those. She was like, whoa, dude, you're heavy. You're like geeky. I said, yes, I am geeky. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, if someone buys, I'm going to give you guys 25% of what I make. The great thing about this, you guys, Craigslist is free. So if you say, Terry, I ain't got no money to advertise, well, it don't cost nothing to advertise on Craigslist. And the fact of it is, they have to get this link to be on this call from you. So you build your network. You can have some meetup groups. You guys can meet at Starbucks, and you can be the New Rich Real Estate Investors Club. Now, what I want you to do is put your state. Go in and get your URL. Your URL may be gone for you in Atlanta because we got some fast minds. So what it's called is the New Rich Real Estate Club. No, I'm sorry, the New Rich Real Estate Investors, and I would have Sacramento. The New Rich Real Estate Investors, Sacramento. I also have the New Rich Real Estate Investors, California. That's my URL. So whatever state you're in or city, you may want to grab that and start promoting it. Because again, we're going to promote the new rich type of attitude. This is new, it's fresh. We're hip, we're young, we're successful, we're funny, we're having a great time. I've got this all thought out. Hopefully you guys have seen my video with the music and the different videos going there. Ooh, I'm telling you, I've got some big thoughts up here that I'm going to bring about. I need more people. Hold on one second. Now, the one thing you need in order to join me is you have to have purchased from me at least one of my courses. Okay? And that can be as simple as $99. I have a $299 program. It's a 2-week bank course, and I'm getting ready to do another one, which is analyzing the notes. You guys must understand numbers. You must understand return of investment. You must know how you're going to make your money before you buy any note. Because if you don't know that, you're going to lose your money. And you got to teach people that. You got to tell them that. That's how you become a smarter investor. 2 ways you lose in notes, you guys. Paying too much for the note and not knowing what you're doing. 2 ways to lose. Paying too much for the note, not knowing what you're doing. 2 ways to lose. Paying too much for the note, not knowing what you're doing. 2 ways to lose. Paying too much for the note, not knowing what you're doing. Hopefully you guys heard me. So if you're trying to figure this out on your own, you can't do it with notes because there's too many moving pieces. You miss one piece, you lose. Guess what? Your investor's not coming back to you because you didn't educate them. You didn't tell them all the things that they needed to know. The New Rich Real Estate Investors, Sacramento. Now, I'm going to have that. I'm going to show you guys on the back of my vehicle. I'm going to put it on there so when I'm driving along, people will call me and say, hey, what's this New Rich Real Estate Investors about? It's about you guys. The note analysis course is $99, Jerome. Thank you for bringing that question up. $99. When someone comes to you and says, hey, what's this New Rich Real Estate Investors about? Hey, it's about this guy in Sacramento. This guy is a note expert. This guy's been doing it since 2001. He's got all kinds of courses. He's got a free Real Estate Investors Club meeting that you can belong to. This guy is doing a real estate reality show on About Notes. This guy is good. I like him. He's personable. We can call him. I've got his phone number. If you'd like to talk to him just to check him out, we can call him. I like this guy. I like this guy because this guy is great. You know how you sell me, you guys. Come on, that's what you got to do. Because if you don't sell me, they're not going to be excited about it. I'm going to sell myself once they get to me. But you guys have to be into the program. Hey, are you doing this, Tori? Hey, are you doing this, Faye? Are you doing this, Rich? Yes, I am. I'm training up under this guy. I'm telling you, it's been phenomenal. He's taught me some things that I've never learned. I've been in the business forever and ever. All right, so that's a sell about me. So you guys, I'm finished. We got about 3 more minutes, and I know there's a lot of questions in the chat box. I know I'm not going to be able to answer them because I'm going to get you guys on this call and off this call. So we've been at it for a little bit less than an hour. I really want these club meetings to be 45 minutes, once a week, every Tuesday. And what I will do, I will not talk as much. I take that back. I will not do as many areas of real estate. I kind of went around a lot of different areas tonight, which is too much. It would have been too much for any beginner to handle. It would have been like opening up their mouth and just putting the fire hose in there and just turning the water on. I'm only going to pick 1 or 2 subjects. I'm going to make it real simple. And then at the end of the call, I'm going to say, you know what? Get back with the person that introduced you to this call. Get back to Faye. Faye will have more information with you. I think Faye's going to have a meetup group this Saturday at Starbucks so she can meet all of her new rich real estate investors. And then they start looking to Faye for some leadership. They want to be Faye's friend. You know, everybody's looking for someone that can help them these days, you guys. So it's about relationship also. Not just the guru selling a course on the tape and saying, hey, go do it yourself. Good luck. No. We got to make them better. Because if we make them better, we get better. I have a saying, the rising tide lifts all boats. Yes, I'll show you how to contact asset managers. I'll tell you how to talk to banks. If you go to my YouTube page, I've got plenty of students that have gone into banks. Banks have invited my students to come in and talk to them about their assets. Yes, Jerome. Yes. Trust me, dude. Just do it. I'm telling you, just do it. So you got 2 ways. Do the 2-week bank course. That's how you'll learn how to talk to banks. Do the analysis course, which is 4 hours. I'll teach you how to analyze notes and make money. Do both, and you're really doing good. That's as low as I can go is $99. And I do that because people have been hurt, investors have been hurt, and I want to help you. I can't charge you $1 million for a course when you ain't got it. $99 may be hard for some of you. I know my friend Tori, it was hard to do $99, but he came in with a down payment. He did some monthly payments on $99. Is that a great guy or what, you guys? I'm trying to help as many people as I can. I don't want you to have any excuses. Just do it. You're right, Faith. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know why? Because I was just like you guys. I needed help. Fortunately for me, I had great mentors, and they helped me. They told me what to do. Made me successful. So you guys, that's it. It's 7 o'clock. I'm sorry if I couldn't answer all the questions, but again, I hope you are enjoying this. You guys have my phone number. If you need just a little bit more information because you're just not sure, get involved. Okay? Get involved. If you're new, get back with the person that invited you because we're going to do big things. I want to be a bigger movement than Robert Kiyosaki. And if some of you are looking at Robert Kiyosaki right now and say, man, this guy is just unbelievable. That's where I want to be. I want to have a movement that's right up there with him. Rich dad, poor dad. I ain't decided what I'm going to do yet. Landlord, banker, I don't know. But hey, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm pushing you guys to get out of the box, go to work, Tori. Don't ever stop, Tori. Don't ever stop. You know, do what you got to do, sun to sundown, study all night long. I'll give you one more thing and we're done, you guys. It don't matter if you're gazelle or lion. You need to get up running every day. The gazelle, if it don't run fast enough, the lion's going to eat him. If the lion don't run fast enough, it ain't going to eat. So I don't care what you are. You can be a gazelle and you can be a lion, but you need to get up running. Get up running. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Good luck. Hope you're with me. If you're not with me, hopefully you get with me because we are looking for big things in this mortgage meltdown as we move forward. Okay? Into the new era of real estate investing. Thank you guys. I really thank you. I appreciate you. Without you guys, my life wouldn't be this much fun and have so much meaning. Thank you. I'll see you guys next week. Same time, same channel, but different link. Bye. Good night.